For the past 3 years, I've been partnering with WHH under the ProAct Project 2015. This project has greatly helped in the improvement of women in the cocoa coffee value chain. For the past years, women have been deprived, especially in oil land, to do cocoa coffee plantations. But with the intervention of Welthungerhilfe, it has helped to improve the lives of women, especially in oil land, to plant cocoa and coffee. In Kono Districts, especially my organization that I'm talking of, which is the Yomata Farmers Development Association, for the past 2 years, we have trained, improved, and capacitate the life of over 100 women in the cocoa and coffee value chain. Because if you look at the cocoa coffee value chain, it is very, very broad. And how we can achieve in improving the life of the cocoa coffee farmers is only when we involve women in the cocoa coffee value chain. Because if you look at the percentage of women in Sierra Leone, it is over 60%. And if these women are not well empowered, how will we achieve the cocoa coffee value chain?
Well, basically, block farming is an integrated supply chain management for smallholder commercialization program in order to enhance local land ownership in the system.
And my organization is a farmer-based organization, FBO. We have 2,889 farmers in Kono District, and the organization is a certified organization, both organic and fair trade. Because the organization is a certified organization, in our product, this is a fermented cocoa. And in this process, when the cocoa reach in our store, what do we do first? We try to bring our moisture meter. The moisture meter identifies the water content in the cocoa bean. For us to know the water content in the cocoa beans, we test the cocoa beans, whether it is dry, whether it is purely dry to 7% moisture. So in going this process, you put the cocoa into this cup, tight it to the good, and after tying it, you take the moisture meter, open the moisture meter, because you have to secure this moisture meter for damage. So you open the moisture meter and you connect it. You connect it. When you connect it, there are two options. You have the red and the white. You use the red. That this cocoa, you see this cocoa, it is 9%. When the cocoa is 9%, you have to dry the cocoa again for another 1 or 2 days for you to get the actual moisture. So because the cocoa is 9%, we have tested the moisture. Now the other process, what do? We need to test the beans for mold or any slate beans. So what do? We take the bean cutter. This is the bean cutter. Normally we usually use knife, but because of the intervention of WHH, that using knife is a delay process. So WHH empower us, that give us this giant bean cutter. This giant bean cutter will help us to address our customers so that customers will not waste their time when they come to the store. So in doing this, we take the bean, put the beans according to the layers. This takes 50 beans, and in that process we have to cut about 100 beans. But we cut 50 beans in 2. So if you get 1 mold, that is 1%. So now you close the bean cutter. When you close the bean cutter, you have to tight it. You tight the bean cutter so that you get the actual content of the bean. So what do? We demonstrate it, because this is the giant bean cutter. The bean is being cut. Now when you cut the beans, you open the bean cutter. Make sure when you open the bean cutter, you put it at this position so that you can open the beans. Now after opening the cutter, you check. Now you see these beans, it is free from other defects. There is no slate beans. There is only 1 defect beans.
Out of VSLA, now they teach we the resources then where they now with natural resources then. When we come with we go able to eat some, we sell some, then we keep on with VSLA. There if you for bekan or you want educate your pikin, now out of that income generation, VSLA, if they pull on, if they pay school fees to your pikin, medical, if they pay medical fees to your pikin, then out of VSLA, that agriculture, that teach you, boku food in agriculture now. One, we dey grow bitter ball, they don't supply to we, the garden egg, they don't give we groundnuts, pumpkin, seed rice. Most of the seed what we dey cultivate now we bush them, they don't supply to we dey grow na koya now. What we get out, we eat some, we sell some, we keep na income generation, and then we go able to educate to pikin them, we go able to pay medical fees.
Under cocoa and coffee production, we are having an approach of sustainable agriculture where we focus on the build-up of formerly established stands which were neglected over the war, the long year that Sierra Leone had the civil war. And right now we are focusing on rehabilitating these grounds and these areas of old stands of cocoa and coffee so that we can enhance more productivity. We're also focusing on nurseries to increase area under cocoa and coffee. And we are focusing on quality production where we are providing booths, drying booths and fermentation boxes for our farmers. We also provide tools for production such as cutlasses and at the same time we offer TOT trainings to both the farmers and our facilitators. Our main approach is we get to our farmers through implementing partners cutting across 3 districts in Kenema, Kono and Kailahun. So far this year we have had an impact on 17,000 farmers, and we have an encouragement to move on to even better grounds. We are forever thankful to our donors, the European Union, and also we are also very grateful to the government for giving us the chance to complement the activity in the agriculture and food security.
You a happy World Food Day and to launch the Sierra Leone Zero Hunger Strategic Review Report. I thank you for your attention.